check at the MCG sees Collingwood 6-4-40, leading Essendon 1 straight goal. So the Pies have come out there.
Cloak's not around?
Yeah, I'm not too sure who the goal kickers are, but just waiting for the large crowd to disperse here at Western Port Oval. Half-time has finished. It was a quick half-time today. 43 points the margin in favour of Cranbourne. Can the Seagulls respond in this third quarter? Lindsay wins the tap down. Going through there was Lang. Gets his kick away under some pressure to the half-forward line. Nice work there by Bass. Finds Fletcher by hand. Hermans. Running past was Vella. He misses the opportunity to take the football though. O'Donnell's there. Needs to be clean. Dives on top of it. Tries to get the hand pass out. He does so. Vella wrapped up in a strong tackle there by Lang. And the ball's going to be thrown up.
So O'Donnell was unlucky not to receive a free kick there. The Cranbourne guy just jumped into his back, over his neck.
Lindsay using his body there in the rucking contest. Tap down. Hillis did well to rove, but he gets the ball stolen there by Davey. He kicks the ball forward towards Sparks and Kessel. Kessel gets taken out of the contest, but Proctor was there. Shows some speed to run away from Thal. Proctor needs to be good by foot. Couldn't quite find Page. Loose football now inside defensive 50 there for the Eagles, but wrapping it up, cleaning it up nicely was Bass. He goes to Cavlot. The youngster goes short to Thal on the lead, takes a nice mark in front of Proctor. Has a player in support there on the outer side. It's Marozic. Oh, sorry, got that wrong again. Marozic. He gets the ball inside forward 50. Glenn, you've made me stuff it up. I did it well at half time, and Roscoe's taken the mark. Marozic was a nice pass there, and Roscoe, after kicking a goal in the first quarter, was quiet in that second term. He's lining up now to kick Cranbourne's 11th. From only 30 metres out, Roscoe goes in for goal number 2. He's gone right across the face. Holt flies early. The ball's still in play. They couldn't knock it through for a point. What was going on there by the Tooradin defence? Hang on, bring the ball back, please. Holt arguing. The boundary umpire's been put under some pressure. The umpire's gone in to have a discussion. There's 4 Tooradin players there saying it was out.
And that's just football, isn't it? Play to the whistle.
But has there been a decision made?
I'm not sure.
Must have been out of bounds. So the goal hasn't been paid. And we're going to see the ball thrown in.
Well, that just showed the strength of Davey there. Just stole the ball virtually off Hillis, didn't he? And just got it out. And maybe that's a sign of the two teams. The strength of Cranbourne were able to just steal the ball away from Hills and go down and tack the forward line.
Now, Billy from Berwick, he's known to have 10 beers by half-time, so I'm not surprised there on that text. I found out who you are, Billy from Berwick. You better be careful. The ball gets thrown in. Holt taps it towards the goal square. Hunt's there for the Seagulls. Sweeps the hand pass out towards Page. Breaks the tackle of Hermans. O'Keenan with some speed running through defence. Receives the hand pass and goes long. Kicking advantage there for Vanderplum. Takes the mark on his chest. There are a chance here, the Seagulls. A long kick inside forward 50. Doesn't reach its intended target, which was Wilson. He gallops around, goes back to centre half forward looking for Hobbs, who's taken the mark. He's a beautiful kick, Mr. Kebab, so he's got Lang breaking there, but that's ignored. Hobbs probably wouldn't make the distance from 55. Sun in his eyes. No one's leading. Oh, he's gone short. The play is stopped as Dean takes the mark on his chest. The Cranbourne defence were just walking to their position. And Andrew Dean, who's kicked 2, is lining up for goal number 3. He'll be kicking this from 30 metres out, and the way he's been kicking it, you could put this one straight in your record books. In he comes. Andrew Dean, proven goal kicker at this level, gets under it just a little bit, but it's gone through for goal number 3. Great way to start the second half there by Tooradin. They go to 5-4-34, trailing Cranbourne 10-11-71. We have gone 3.5 minutes of this third term thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne, where Billy from Berwick is famous for his drinking ability. You can get down there and enjoy your Parmigianas. We have gone 4 minutes of play in this third term.
And that was good running by Dean there. He led into the goal square, then turned around and led back out to the flank and received the ball well.
So back in the middle of the ground now, Hunt with a tap down, but the Cranbourne Eagles are trying to clear it now. Hunt gets his own roving work, kicks it forward inside forward 50. Oh, here come the goals again. Hobbs collects the ball and kicks it up towards the goal, and taking a great mark down there is Vanderplum, who's going to have a shot on goal 15 metres out on the slightest of all angles. And this one, no, it's not Vanderplum. No, it is Vanderplum. And he's going to have a shot on goal for his first of the afternoon from 15 metres out on a 45-degree angle to kick Tooradin's second goal of the second half. I'm getting distracted by text messages coming through.
Scotty Hilton, please.
As Vanderplum comes in, and that one's definitely in the record books. To move to 6-4-40, trailing Cranbourne 10-11-71. We've gone 5 minutes of play here in the third term.
And that was a quick transition out of the centre by two of them with their forwards were playing in front, got the ball down and kicked it nicely. It's
Footy can be easy sometimes, can't it?
Yep.
And that's all Lockie Gillespie's been asking from his charges. Keep it simple.
Present. Every time the ball comes out, present yourselves and you'll get the rewards, and they have.
Kicked the first 2 goals of the second half. And there's some life left in this contest. Only 31 points the margin. If they can get the next goal here, Turdent, will be game on at Western Port Oval. Hopefully you're enjoying the Anzac Day broadcast here on KC Radio 97.7 FM. I don't think the league executives were, because they haven't come back up to the Keenan Skybox. They've had enough. They've dumped us.
You're going to the other super box.
Yeah. Where
there's refreshments.
The ball gets thrown up. Lindsay wins another tap, and there's been a free kick for a hold going the way of Turdent. Should be advantage paid. As we saw last week, just some confusion over how that rule actually works.
And that was Mullins. He was being held onto by Fletcher all the way through the centre clearance.
So Mullen with the sun in his eyes. You can go out towards Lang. That's going to be the option. And Suarez flies. Couldn't take the mark.
Oh, the hands in the back wall comes out.
There wasn't even a push in that, Doc. The hands were there, but there was no push.
You can't hear.
You've got to hold your position somehow. So Davey takes the free kick there at centre-half back for the Eagles. He'll bring a broadcast side of the ground. Penetrating kick looking for Lindsay. Hunt does well. Taps the ball down to Proctor. He breaks one. He gives a don't argue to Fletcher. Gets the hand pass to Shermanator, who goes short. Misses its target. Vella needs to be strong. Does well at the contest. Collects the football now, but couldn't break the tackle of Hunt. Gets the hand pass out there. Running away with it there for Cranbourne was that man in Osborne. The ball goes over the boundary line, and we're going to see the ball thrown in. Players are pushing and shoving. Still some spirit in this contest. The margin's 31 points, the closest tournament have been for nearly a half of football. So the ball gets thrown in, tapped down, Jones is there, shows to Candy, dances along the boundary line, comes in, board goes to centre half forward, reading the play nicely there with Dean, but couldn't complete the mark. He's a long way from home, applies a tackle there on Fletcher, who was playing for the free kick. Bauer swings at the tackle. He's been penalised for holding the football. Fair enough. He had it for a while. Fletcher's just dumped Dean. That could be a 50-metre penalty. As the man of the big real estate, he takes it all the way down to a goal-kicking chance from centre-half back, you'd be sure.
You'd be upset if you didn't, if you were a touring player, when you saw the last one he gave.
Is that 50?
I think that's the 25.
We saw Fletcher drag the player to the ground. Anyway, the free kick's been paid. The kick in by Merling. Suarez was caught at the back, couldn't claim the mark. Diving on top of it there was Glenn Osborne. The umpire says play on. Vella's there as well. And he gets brought to the ground. Billy from Berwick still causing some trouble, is he, Jared?
No, I don't think it's him.
Okay. You sent me down the wrong garden path. The ball's been thrown up. Foul against Wilson. Wilson wins the tap down. Vella was on the outside. Got the hand pass there towards Struth. They bring the ball out now. Bouncing football for Bass. By hand to Bauer. He has some speed. Watch out. Closing on there was Kessel. Applied some pressure. Davey gets the hand pass back to Bass. A long way from centre half back. Bass goes long with a beautiful shot on goal, but just misses. He was appealing for it being a goal, but you've got to go with the goal umpire. So their first score of the second half is a behind. They go to 10-12-72, the Eagles. Leading Turdent 6-4-40, thanks to Cranbourne's trios.
Hillies in that chase got drawn to the football then and left his man, which was Bauman, loose, and he had that shot on goal but kicked the point.
So Kessel now waiting to bring the ball back in as league executives join us in the commentary position. Kessel now has been called to play on. Short chip out wide to Schumann-Ader. Schumann takes the mark deep inside defensive 50.
Getting text messages from the Keenan Swamp.
Not a lot moving for him, so he goes short. O'Connell couldn't take the mark. The Eagles with all the numbers now. The ball's pressing out towards the boundary line. Going in there to help out for his team is Dean. Couldn't get the kick away. Davey does inside forward 50. He's got to beat a 2-on-1, but Hugo couldn't do so. Coming up with the ball though is Murphy. kick around the body for his third goal of the afternoon, puts it through. Cranbourne moved to 11-12-78, leading Tooradin 6-4-40. We've got 9.5 minutes of play here in the third term.
Sabatucci drops the chest mark probably 100 times out, or 9 times out of 10 he would have taken, and allowed the Cranbourne player to swoop on it and kick a nice easy goal.
A little bit too easy, wasn't it? They had a chance to take the mark there and just bounced into the lap of the Tooradin. That was Murphy.
So
11-2-78 are the Eagles. 38 points in front of the Seagulls. Just looking at my numbers there, I can't find one of the Cranbourne players. Thao in the ruck there against Suarez, taps the ball down. Page in the best position, just taps it there for Lenders. Hillis rides the bump well, couldn't get the hand pass out. Davey stands up, nearly drops the ball, but then collects it in the one motion, kicks it forward, bouncing football. Keenan needs to be strong in the back pocket, couldn't get away from the Cranbourne player there in Bass, and the ball goes through for a behind.
That's 3 times this quarter where Davies just ripped the ball out of a pack and cleared it for Cranbourne.
It was actually Roscoe there providing that forward line pressure. So looking to build on the outer side here now through Wallace. Suarez could be the option. He decides to go longer than that. Looking for O'Donnell. He's got 2 to beat. Lindsay there couldn't complete the mark. Valla tries to break the tackle. Over the board, hand pass to Hermans. He's got to stand and wait. Does well to blind turn his way out of a traffic. Kick towards Holt. Bouncing football, the train. He turns around now. Goes with the opposite foot. Looking at the option there, Sparks, who has a fresh airing. Nice work there by Shermanator. Gets the tap away. Ricochet ball out towards Keenan. Couldn't break the tackle up by Hugo. Murphy steals it. Gets the hand pass there towards Roscoe. The kick around the body's gone through for a goal, but it hasn't been stopped. It has gone through. Nice finishing work there by the Eagles. The reaction from the Tooradin players, I thought the game would actually stop, but beautiful finishing work there for goal number 12. They go to 12-13-85. Cranbourne leading Tooradin 6-4-40.
And that was a big mistake by the Tooradin player. I can't just make out his number. He's coming up here in the wing where he got the ball clear and turned back into play and was just wrapped up and created a loose play, and Cranbourne ran onto it. It was Mullings, Jay Mullings. So,
Jerry Healy providing the special comments here this afternoon. Kane Pollard and also Trent Knight.
Game almost out of reach now for the Seagulls. Cranbourne are 45 points up. We've gone 12 minutes of play here in this third term, and Tooradin started the quarter well, kicking the first 2 goals, but they started the first quarter well too, didn't they? And then they just dropped off after there now.
Still some hope here for the Seagulls though, Trent. Pump them up. They're a chance to get back into the game.
2 quick goals is what's needed to get them back in now, but the Eagles are pressing forward and everyone overruns the football. The Gulls now building, about to be dragged down from behind. Jared's man Muling gets dragged down without it now, and Muling's going to collect the free kick in the middle of the ground for being held without the footy.
Bit of exuberance by Herman then.
And the umpire's going to pull him back on his mark, and the ball's going to be called back, which is a shame because that was one of Tooradin's first marks inside forward 50 for the quarter, but the ball's going to be called back to Muling.
And gives a chance for all the Cranbourne players to push back now.
Langley needs it to be more of an option inside forward 50.
So Muling comes broadcast side to the wing. O'Donnell dives on top of it, couldn't collect it. The Seagulls are trying to build across the forward pocket, but it goes through for a behind, and they move to 6-5-41, trailing Cranbourne 12-13-85. We've gone 13 minutes of play here in the third term.
Thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne, our second half sponsor. The kick in from Valla finds Gearan. Looking at the game moving quickly. The pass favours Suarez, who couldn't complete the mark. Strong tackle there by Proctor.
Jeez.
And he's been penalised for going too high. I think he copped one in that contest as well, Proctor.
I think that was by... who's the player?
It's Cavlott.
Cavlott ducking the head.
He goes short to Bertram, who goes back inside the defensive 50 where Valla takes a mark. Now plays on. Runs away from Vanderplump. Penetrating kick. Marisius gets pushed out of the contest. Holt goes through, collects the football now, dives on top of it. Strong tackle applied by Wallace, not rewarded. There's a free kick from behind the play. Murphy was holding on to Wilson. And I've seen a couple of those incidents now from Cranbourne, those behind the play free kicks. And Wilson will take the free kick from centre half back.
This is where Big Suarez needs to make a presence.
So Wilson with a short chip out wide, taking the mark is Livermore, goes further out wide and back through the middle. Now come the Seagulls, taking a good defensive collect of the ball. There's Gearan, who kicks it out wide to Morisic. Kicks it out wide again. They're building across the forward wing, and now the Eagles pressing forward and happy to see it roll out of bounds is Roscoe, and we're going to see it thrown in on the 50-metre arc Cranbourne's way. Bryce just fiddling around with his bag.
Where Suarez for Turin needed to make a lead up there into the forward line. He's a big, tall option.
Tap down now. The Seagulls have got to try and build from a clearance, and they do so through Livermore. Thumping kick up the wing, coming up to meet the ball. Numbers everywhere. Not really looking for the ball. There was Osborne. Just trying to find the player instead. Pack forms, and the umpire says we're going to have it, and we're going to see a ball up on true centre wing on the outer side.
Bit of a lull in the game at the moment, just waiting for something to happen.
15 minutes gone. Tap down now, and the Eagles are pressing forward again. Coming up to meet the ball is Behugo. Takes a great mark. Bit too far out to score, so he goes to chip kick over the top to his teammate there in Bauer, who takes a mark 45 metres out on the tightest of all angles. Holt leads into the pocket, and that's the option. Holt gets pushed underneath it, and the umpire's going to pay him the free kick. And Mark Holt's going to take a...
No,
looks like it was for a hold.
It was a push, but Holt made sure the umpire saw it too, so he got it nice fun. It was there. It wasn't great, wasn't a lot of force, but he made sure the umpire saw it.
So Mark Holt lining up for his second goal for the afternoon from 35 metres out on a slight hard angle up near the boundary line, 45 degrees, comes in, has a shot on goal, looks good off the boot, and the goal umpire's happy with it. Mark Holt gets his second for the afternoon, and Cranbourne move to 13-13-91, leading Turin 6-5-41. We've gone 16 minutes of play in the third term, thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne.
Well, as you said, Trent, Turin started off this half like they started off the first half. The first two goals, running, playing in front, and now they've slipped back into what they were doing for the rest of the game. They're playing from behind, reactive footy again, looking at the man instead of the ball when it comes through.
They are. They lost their penetration in the game as well. Looks like Andrew Dean's now moved onto the wing here.
And Suarez into the ruck.
Suarez is looking fit against Lindsay. Lindsay taps it down there to Marisic, gets the ball inside forward 50, flying from the side there was Roscoe, couldn't complete the mark. Strong tackle applied there on Murphy. The Turin defence under some pressure. Shermanator got tackled, ineffective hand pass as Keenan helps that ball over the boundary line.
And this is where a lot of being asked of the Turin back line to the ball's coming in way too quickly for them, and they're under pressure as soon as it flies in.
This is a dangerous position here for the Seagulls. Just short throw in. Whistle's gone. Must be a retake there. These warm conditions are starting to test the players as well. I can see Herman's away from the pack just doing some stretches. Livermore and Fletcher just getting to know each other behind the play as well. Holt in the ruck, but Wallace taps it down. Lang looks good with ball in the hand, but just hasn't had it enough. He goes long. The centre half forward, hoping to find Wilson. Out of position there against Brandon Osborne. Osborne taps it to himself. Breaks a tackle from Wilson. In two minds, decides to go back by hand there to Marisic, to Glenn Osborne. Need to get a kick away here. Good pressure by Hobbs. They're working in numbers, though, the Cranbourne defence. Now Glenn Osborne receives a hand pass in space. He goes with a short pass. Fletcher going back with the flight of the football shows some courage. Quick hand pass there to Bauer. He can run it to 50 or go long inside, forward 50. He does that option. Punching the ball away, though, was Proctor. Doing his own roving, though, was Ryan Jones. The kick around the body. Lazy finishing there by Jones. And goes through for a behind 13-14-92. Cranbourne side leading Turin 6-5-41.
And we saw again on Turin's forward line, they're just not making those tackles stick.
So bringing it out now is Kessel, broadcast side.
Oh, hang
Looks like
on.
he's going to be recalled for stepping onto the goal square line, and we're going to see it thrown up on the edge of the goal square.
It's a bit like the French Open when you get a line call and they go back and check the line to see if he actually went over it there.
Where
Kessel.
was the Cyclops?
He was disputing that call.
I don't think that's a harsh enough penalty, a ball up in the square. You've got all that distance to move, but it's going to be balled up anyway. Turin are trying to clear it out at defensive 50 now. drag down with the football, and we're going to see it thrown up to 15 metres out from Cranbourne's goal.
What would you prefer to see, Trent? Players get suspended?
No, a free kick
Fines?
directly in front.
A free kick directly in front.
If the fullback can't kick it from inside the square,
Is
you
that
get
from a guy who
penalised
only
for
played
it.
junior footy? Jeez.
If you can't kick the ball out without touching the white line, you get penalised for it.
Fair enough too.
So thrown up now, and the ball's working its way towards the boundary line, and that's where it ends up. And we're going to see it thrown in 45 out from Cranbourne's goal.
I suppose it's the same as a full forward who creeps around on the angle and make his angle better. He should get a free kick for that as well. Gosh.
And as more food's being delivered to the commentary position up here, Bryce has just licked his lips clean and he's going to get into it again. So thrown in now, and it's going to be another recalled throw in.
This is why we enjoy the Keenan Skybox.
The Turin Football Club.
We're just going to come here all the time.
We are. I think
That's
going to call Turin for the rest of, especially their home games.
Yeah, it's just their home games.
Going to go to Narry next week.
Thrown
In the bus.
Hopefully we get some pies.
Tapped down now. Vella works his way out of it. Good handball. Fletcher comes up with it. Dances around one. Betsby run down from behind, and Jared's called it. The umpire's giving him a free kick against him for running too far without a bounce. So Fletcher a bit undisciplined there.
I still can't believe his call.
Going to take the free kick.
That's flabbergasted with that one, Trent.
Someone texts in saying lazy finishing, a bit like the boys eating the sausage rolls in the box. So people are jealous of the food we get down here at Turin.
Turin now trying to clear defensive 50. Holt takes the intercept possession. Handball to no one. Jones falls over. Seagulls are trying to clear it now. Kessel gets the bouncing football. Broadcast side of the ground, kicks it up towards the forward flank. Wallace caught out of position and taking a great defensive mark there was Struth. It's middle of the ground now. Davey takes a great mark, uncontested. Goes to the outer side on centre wing. Not a lot. Jones is running hard for that next kick, and he gets there and he takes the mark. Falling over in that contest.
Proctor's not fit.
Was cramping up. Jones goes inside forward 50. And taking a great mark there for the Eagles was the man himself in Holt. And he's going to go back and line up for his third goal for the afternoon.
How many phones have we got in this broadcast box? 17?
Well, I'm keeping one as the scoreboard.
Which reads Cranbourne 13-14, 92 to Turin 6-5-41.
And Holt's going to go back. He's got a rather long run up, does Mark Holt, but he's going to have his shot on goal from 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle. You'd almost put the nail in the coffin if this one goes through. He comes in, looks good off the boot. Umpire's got a race for it, but no, he's missed. They move now to 13-15-93, leading Turin 6-5-41. We've gone 22 minutes of play in the third term, thanks to Treo Sports Club in Cranbourne.
Now, Kessel better watch himself or be red-carded on this kicking.
He'll be suspended for life.
Yes, that's right.
If Trent has anything to do with the rules committee. So Kessel comes in. He clears that line perfectly. He can play next week.
He's cleared all the lines.
He goes up right to the centre of the ground where Vanderplum punches it back towards O'Donnell.
It was there, but umpire.
The high fend-off has been penalised. Taking the free kick is Struth. He goes short to Fletcher. Thanks to Vicky Keenan for the nice meat pies. The short kick inside forward 50 to be Hugo. And Hugo's going to line up now from 45 out. Doesn't look confident. Goes into the pocket. There's Holt. Oh, someone's got in the way of Mark Holt in the lead. That doesn't happen too often.
Mursic?
Yeah, he doesn't know the club rules. Mursic does well to take that mark, but he'll probably get a little brief discussion with Mark Holt after the game about where he should be standing when the ball comes inside forward 50.
Yes, I like your game, but...
Now, I'm putting a call to it. I don't want to see that phone again. The text line is working overdrive. The number is disconnected. Collingwood leading by 61 points. In comes Holt from 40 metres out. He leans back and it's just hit that post. They're not very tall at Turin. And it's 13-16-94. The Eagles leading by 53 points against Turin. So Keenan... No, it's actually Kessel again.
He's been entrusted.
Oh, he's kicked it to himself. Is that okay, Trent?
Yep, clears the rule now. And Kessel kicks a thumping 55-metre kick out here to broadcast side. Couldn't complete the mark. There is Langley, and the Eagles go back inside forward 50.
That's a great mark by young Roscoe.
Certainly was, and Roscoe's the man himself who's taken that great mark, and he's going to go back 20 metres directly in front.
Yeah, and that was just a basic skill error then by Langley. Had clear possession of that ball and just dropped the mark. Spilt and Cranbourne were able to rush it away, and a big kick into the forward line where Roscoe took a great pack mark.
So Roscoe now 20 metres in front. They've had 3 shots on goal for 3 behinds.
Kicked 3 goals, 5 in the quarter, the Eagles.
As Roscoe comes in, he shouldn't miss this one, and he doesn't let me down with that one. Cranbourne moved to 14-16-100, leading Tooradin 6-5-41. We've gone 24 minutes of play here in the third term, thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne.
And Hobbs, who's been one of Tooradin's best, I think, today, has just come off limping off. So hopefully it's not too much for Tooradin, and he's back out there soon.
So 14-16-100, and it's not even three-quarter time yet. They haven't managed to stop the leakage inside defensive 50 today, Tooradin. They showed some promise, but Cranbourne's skill is just seeing them in front at the moment.
Just weight of numbers. There's 2 or 3 Cranbournes to every one Tooradin in a contest.
Ball gets thrown up. Hunt there, taps it down. Nice roving by Mirisek. Geez, when the Pies are around, you know when Bryce is there, it's his most active. He actually leaves the broadcaster's position to get a pie.
I think Hunt's done well in the ruck.
He has done very well, Hunt. He's showing some real promise there against Thal. But the tapping to advantage just couldn't get the next clearance away. Wrapped up in a tackle there is Muling. So it's right once again. Hunt wins it. His brother, I think it might be Aaron Muling, gets the ball out of the centre clearance, kicks the ball forward, ricochets off Suarez. Brandon Osborne's there. Breaks a tackle too easily. Goes short to Ryan Davey. Over the top towards Bauer. Bouncing loose. Football come up to meet him there. Kessel, he didn't want to. Bauer goes in again. Kessel dives on top of it. Will that be holding the football? Yes, it is. Oh, I don't know what he was supposed to do there. He dragged the ball in, but he's been penalised. So Bauer will take the free kick. Goes into the pocket looking for Holt. What's happening here?
I think he's a bit lippy.
Which one?
Kessel.
He's going to be brought back on his mark.
I think Kessel's been a bit lippy. He's gone straight off the bench. Straight off.
The ball went inside forward 50. Holt didn't complete the mark. The whistle was blown. He's still explaining it there, umpire. I'm not too sure what that decision's about, but doesn't matter. Holt has the football. A free shot on goal, 35 metres out directly in front.
I think it must have been a downfield for arguing or abusing the umpire for that decision.
Fair enough too. Got to respect the umpires as Holt comes in. That's a better shot on goal by the Cranbourne captain. He kicks his third, and Cranbourne's 15th. They go to 15-16-106, leading Tooradin 6-5-41. It's been a disappointing afternoon for the Tooradin Football Club so far, but still some time. A couple of goals here might add some respect to the scoreboard.
And Proctor's come back on for Kessel, and Proctor's still, I think, feeling it in his leg. So how long he's going to last before he cramps up again, I don't know.
Is it a quad injury, do you think, possibly? Because he went into that contest and has come out really sore since, and now he's got the cramps.
No, he's done a bit of running today. He's been pretty mobile in the back line.
Oh, a lot like the Tooradin defence. They've had a lot of pressure on them this afternoon. So the ball gets thrown up. Thal against Hunt. Thal wins the tap down. Gearan couldn't collect it, but he breaks a tackle there of Lenders. Now does it and gets ridden into the ground by Mulling. The umpire says play on. Davey does well, just kicks it to himself into his own advantage. Tries to get the hand pass away. Strong tackle there by Hillis. The ball comes out to Cavlot. He shoots a hand pass back there towards Marish. Inside forward 50 and delivers the ball right on Mark Holt's chest. That's where he likes it, the big Holt train. He's looking for goal number 900 during this season. The way he's going, he might bring it up this afternoon. But he's lining up from 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle, thanks to Trio Sport Club in Cranbourne. Check them out at triosportsclub.com.au for the latest deals and events. As Holt comes in, they're our second half sponsor, I should say, as Holt from 40 metres out gets under the boards. A helicopter goes right and through for one behind. They go to 15-17-107.
Yeah, look at all the Tooradin back line. Their last line of defence is lined up right across the centre square, across the cricket wicket, making it very hard for Tooradin to get that next kick out.
So kicking in now is Lang. That's a better kick. Hunt's the option. Up they fly. No one could complete the mark. Lenders was front and square. Got the hand pass to Page. Hurried kick forward. Langley was caught out of position there as Bass has taken a nice mark.
Oh, he's going to pull
kidding.
50 for that.
Gosh.
Trent?
So Langley's hit that contest a bit too late. He didn't actually hit his player high, but the umpire's seen it as unduly rough play and has penalised Langley for 50 metres for hitting him in between
wasn't
the
in
shoulder
the marking
blades.
contest,
no,
was he?
It wasn't.
But
so he was late, but not high, and the umpire's paid 50 for it. So inside 50 now. Go the Eagles. Bass with a long kick in towards the pocket. Jones couldn't complete the mark, and the ball's going to trickle out of bounds 35 metres around from Cranbourne's goal.
But that was actually brought on that 50 by what I was saying before. The Cranbourne backline pushed right up onto the centre wicket. Their forwards stay behind them, and so that next kick comes out, and all the Cranbourne backline are up in the centre square, and the two of them forwards have got to run to that contest.
A lot of pressure inside forward 50 as well, adopted by the Cranbourne forwards. Another example of it here, Trent.
The defensive wall working well for the Eagles at the moment as they're going to reload again across half forward. Clearing kick, cross kick towards the broadcast position here. Taking the mark there is Struth. Second touch in about 2 minutes. He's getting his hands on the footy now. Cavalot takes a great mark on the 50. Turns around quickly and chips inside forward 50 and coming up to take a mark, but no, he's penalised, not even get a free kick for chop of the arms. And the Seagulls are going to try and clear defensive 50 now through Keenan. Cross kick over the other side. Taking the mark is Lenders. He's got a quick ball away to Wilson. He tried to turn around and run away without it. Missed the ball. Pack of players dive over the top of it, and the umpire says we're going to have a ball up.
I don't know if my description would have been as kind as you there, Trent, but anyway.
Anyway, he was lucky not to get penalised for holding the ball.
I think he saw some shadows.
So Doc, great throw up. Wilson couldn't get the tap down now. Eagles are trying to clear it now, and we're going to see a hold in the football free kick by the Doc going the way of the Eagles. It's starting to become a bit undisciplined play now from the Seagulls, you think?
It's just because they're fatigued now, so they're making those half contacts and they're getting high now, indiscriminate contacts, that's the word.
Yeah.
So Davies got his free kick on the 50-metre arc. He's going to kick the goal, kick it from about 55. No one's moving for him in the pocket, so he's got to go long to the hot spot. Holt's moving underneath it as the three-quarter time siren goes.
I actually heard it that time.
Yeah.
Cranbourne go into three-quarter time, 15-17, 107, leading Tooradin 6-5-41. That quarter going for 30 and a half minutes.
Thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne, our second half sponsors up here in the Keenan Skybox. Disappointing quarter once again for Tooradin. They kicked the first.
Well,
they did. They kicked the first 2 goals of the quarter, got the margin back to within 5 goals, but then after that, we saw 5 goals go the way of Cranbourne, and look, I guess the spirit really went out of the contest, didn't it, during that third quarter? And Trent's just going down to the huddle. We'll listen to Simon Goosey.
And eat all the pies.
Address his charges at three-quarter time. I'm not too sure what you're trying to say there to me, Goldfish, but...
This is where Goosey was saying last week that
they stepped off
against Pakenham, so now he'd be really asking for a big effort to finish this game off.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's going to be also, as we mentioned a few times, that percentage is going to be very important. At the moment, their opposition, Tooradin, have kicked a very low score, only 6-5. We've seen 32 scoring shots to 11. The margin could be quite a significant amount difference between the two sides, but...
yeah, certainly. But sorry about that. I was just looking to my list for so far for the goal of the day. The Burma side is, from my recollection, Murphy in the first quarter. A nice wave off the pack and around the body.
It was a nice work there, but still a quarter to go.
Yep,
30 minutes left if you want to try and win yourself the sausage roll of the day.
I hope Trent lets them know that they're in contention. If they have a good snapshot or something.
There's 11 goals the margin here at three-quarter time. Thanks to Trio Sport Club in Cranbourne, our second half sponsor. Some interesting umpiring decisions in that quarter as well, but they're a lot closer to the action than what we are. Just waiting for the Cranbourne side to reconvene. Players are breaking off into different positions now. Still a healthy crowd in attendance. Perfect day for football, really, isn't it?
So we're out there at half time. There's hardly any wind whatsoever. It's just beautiful out there. Great conditions. Very hot for the players, no doubt about it. And we saw Porter for Tooradin starting to feel it in that quarter, cramping up, and I expect a few more cramping up in this quarter.
Geez, you know you're battling when the cameraman starts coming in to steal your lunch. There's been a discussion happening. One of the Tooradin officials, have they gone to approach the umpire, or are they just having a...
I don't know if I suppose he's got the polo shirt on, so we'll call him an official, but yeah, he's gone to approach our real estate agent is the umpire.
So goal kickers to three-quarter time. Holt has 3. Roscoe also has 3 goals. Sparks 2. Murphy 2. Big Hugo also has 2. Singles to Gearon. And they're the only goal kickers so far for Cranbourne and for Tooradin. We have Dean with 3 goals, Chin, Page and Vanderplum with the goals there. If you were Lockie Gillespie, what would your message be at 3/4 time as we cross down now to Simon Goosey and his 3/4 time address? After that, we'll get your thoughts about what Lockie Gillespie might be saying to his young charges. This is Simon Goosey with our family-friendly warning.
Mitch, good work. Round the front, eyes up, boys. Lukey. Very good. Eyes up, boys. Hey, boys, one left, hey. Eyes up. Hey, really good work there. You know, probably round the ground they got us a little bit. That was early on. 16 inside 50s for 11 scoring shots. Really good. 5-3. Hey, boys, those 3 come in the first 6.5 minutes. If I got any criticism, it was that first 6.5 minutes where we just, you know, that 12-point turnaround where ball went straight down the other end, goal. Like, we got to be concentrating all the time. All right, so good work there. All right, and then later on we come back, 6 turnovers to them. Now defensive pressure's been really good, all right, but it can't drop off, all right, Baz. Now, hey, this is how we're going to start, all right. Back 7, really good, really good, really tight. All right, midfield. So, Lukey, you come up. And give us some run.
You got those legs, you got the legs.
All right, Shawnee, you go down as that forward mid and give us another target, and then we'll look after you then, Max. Aaron, Hermo, Jonesy, you're coming in the outside, so, mate, big effort in that defensive forward pressure. Hey, Smurf, down there too. Really good work. Zach, where are you, Zach? Yeah. You're the first rotator, all right? Yeah. All right. Hey, boys, in nice and close. Hey, boys. Hey, don't forget, we're the hunted. We've got a huge opportunity here, all right? They're coming at us.
That's fucking embarrassing.
They'll be going for a spot in the finals, boys. This is a chance to send a real statement to the competition, all right? Hey, we don't give up one little minute of the day. We play Eagle football 100%. 100% of the time right now. We've got to finish it off. Send a statement. This is our chance.
Simon, great signs in the first 3 quarters. You mentioned it took 6 minutes to really get going in that third quarter. We've got to be able to finish the game off strong now.
Yeah, look, I just felt probably Zach's had a shot and goal and it's gone out of bounds. It went straight back the other end, straight down the other end, and they scored a goal. We were probably a little bit flat, but you know, credit to Tooradin. We got to give them something. They got something to play for too. I reckon, you know, they'll be a side really pushing for the final. So this is a real opportunity for us to send a statement to the competition.
And your leaders are really starting to stand up now as well. Ryan Davies getting his hand on the footy a lot as well. So positive signs going into the last quarter.
Yeah, I think our stoppage work's been really good, but our ability to press up, I think they got 5 behind the ball on the kickouts, and our ability to keep the ball in and then score. So, yeah, that's been pleasing. The way we set up behind the ball has been really pleasing.
And Mark Holt's been given a lot of freedom to be able to roam around the ground a bit more, but drifting forward to kick 3 goals in that quarter. He's had a great game so far.
Yeah, look, I think we spoke on, Saturday morning on the radio, Mark's ability to push up the ground now. This is his first pre-season in, 8 years, but, you know, not only that, he's been doing personal training as well, so his ability to push up the ground allows our small blokes, like Murphy coming in today, has been tremendous with his forward pressure. Just a little, we've gone a little bit smaller down there today, and it seemed to have worked.
Thanks, Simon. Best of luck for the rest of the game, mate. Back to you guys.
Well, Trent, I hope you can still hear us, but I like the first question. What are we going to do now? So you're right on the Cranbourne bandwagon?
No, well, after playing a game with Goosey, you almost feel like a part of the family, so...
He's your best mate now, is he?
It's all about who you know in this business.
Did you pass it to him all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. No, he was on the opposition. He almost cleaned me up in one contest, but we live and let live.
Probably, did he kick over the line when he was kicking out, maybe?
No, I'd never speak to him again if he did that.
So the ball's been raised to start the final term here, Anzac Day, Monday afternoon football on KC Radio. The kick forward there by Melling was smothered. I was trying to find his name in the record. Is it Jake? Jake Melling? Doesn't matter, there's 2 of them out there. Doing the ruck work though is Hunt for the Seagulls. Taps it down. Breaking the tackle was Van der Plum. He kicks the ball inside forward 50. Loose football there for Osborne. Strong tackle by Kessel.
He's been rewarded.
And Kessel has been rewarded for holding the football or incorrect disposal. I like the way that they've set up in this final term. Kessel could definitely be an option inside forward 50.
Well, he's a good kick, a good straight kick, uses the ball well, so that's a good move, I think, by Gillespie.
Like they started their third quarter on fire. In comes Kessel. Oh, he's just stabbed at it from 30 metres out and it's gone through for one behind. So they go to 6-6-42, the Seagulls. Trailing by 65 points against Cranbourne's 15-17-107. Kicking the ball in will be Bass.
Yeah, we'll see if Turin can lock the ball in.
We have a very loose huddle adopted here by Cranbourne. It's a long kick in though by Bass. Flying high from the side was Dean. Punched the ball straight into the lap of Cranbourne. Jones gets the hand pass to Hugo. Kick inside forward 50 at the back there was Mark Holt. He just read the play better than Wallace. He did everything he could though, Wallace. He had the front position. He just couldn't effect the spoil. And Holt now is lining up for goal number 4. He's kicked now 19 goals for the season. The leading goal kicker in the South East Football and Netball League. In he comes, Mark Holt, the captain of Cranbourne. Oh, they're quite happy of that one. Perfect way to start the final term. Holt kicks his 4th. They go to 16-17-113, leading Turin 6-6-42.
And you just saw the way they broke for each other off that marking contest at the centre half forward. They just thought he had 4 options to handball it to, and they got it straight to a couple of handballs and straight into Hugo's hands. A beautiful pass to Holt. And again, we've said it time and time again, if you've got to play Holt one-on-one with a high ball coming in, doesn't matter where you're playing from, you're very likely going to get beaten.
So waiting for the ball to come back to the middle now.
Even the umpires are getting tired.
Yeah, the warm conditions probably not suited for the Cefnal. But the umpires have done a great job out here this afternoon. And as we're waiting for the bounce of the ball now, we've gone 2 minutes of play here in this final term. Turin got the first goal of the quarter, and they've got to try and build off it now. Gearin tackled without it after he got rid of it. 360 in the middle now, but the Eagles are pressing forward again. Coming up to meet it is Thal, who's drifted forward. The 2 attempts at it, and he takes the mark, turns around. Holt's leading into the pocket for him. That's ignored, so Holt has another go, and that's what the direction the ball travels. Holt's caught one-on-one, couldn't complete the mark. Tapped down now for Van der Plum, who gets the handball out, and Proctor runs away with the football, clears defensive 50 now, and they're building well. Turin through the outer wing now, and that's not the best looking kick, but overcooking the run there was Glenn Osborne. And coming up to meet it there was Page.
Nah, he's not.
Running away with the ball now is Livermore, and he gets his kick out wide to Wilson.
O'Donnell should be the option here if he's good enough.
Yeah. You just look at the way Hobbs is moving then.
And O'Donnell is the option, and he takes the mark just inside forward 50. Kessel moves. That's ignored. Kicks towards the forward pocket where the option is Suarez. Couldn't complete the mark, and the ball's punched out of bounds. 25 around from Doveton's goal.
He's had enough of it then too, Suarez.
There's a couple of Turin players walking with a bit of a limp at the moment.
Suarez gets up gingerly as well.
Yeah, he's very sore.
Got his left knee heavily strapped.
3.5 minutes gone, waiting for the ball to come back in now. The Seagulls are going to try and get a goal out of this stoppage, but it's punched away for the Eagles. Kessel diving over the top of the football, can't get his hands on it, spills out the back. Collecting the football out the back there was Struth. Dances around one and gets his kick away. A little short kick to Bauer, who turns and goes. He's got plenty of pace about him, gets a quick handball away before he's pinned for too far. Looking for the 1-2, and he's going to get pinned in the middle of the ground there for a throw was Ryan Davey. Tried to be a bit too fancy with the ball now. Livermore gets his kick out wide to Wilson. Takes an uncontested mark, goes back. There's not a lot moving for him up forward though. 50 metres says the umpire for encroaching the mark.
This is our real estate agent, so we'll see where he ends up.
So he's going to end up 10 metres out directly in front, almost in the goal square. Now he seemed to be a bit more extensive with his 50 metres.
I think if you're wider out on the ground, he sort of
brings
pulls you
back
into the middle, into the corridor. And if you start in the corridor, you might only get 35.
But Wilson's going to have his shot on goal now, 40 metres out, almost directly in front. And if he can put this one through, it'll add a bit of respect back to their game today.
I think it's O'Donnell.
Oh, it is O'Donnell. He comes in and he sprayed it wide, and he's only just managed to kick it behind. So they move to 6-7-43, trailing Cranbourne 16-17, 113. We've gone 5 minutes of play in this final term.
Whether it's tired legs or something, but he really looked like he was going to struggle to make the distance and gave it everything then, didn't he?
20 scoring shots the difference. We could have been looking at a 150-point margin, but nonetheless, Cranbourne clear defensive 50 now, but it's going to come straight back through Van der Plum. Kicks inside forward 50. Taking an uncontested mark there was Suarez, who centres the ball up brilliantly. And really unselfish play there by Suarez to kick it to O'Donnell, who's going to have his second shot on goal in the space of a minute from 15 metres out directly in front. If he misses this, he'll be dropped for next week, because that's put me under the pump as well. And he has. He's missed it from directly in front.
I think you'll be joining him.
O'Donnell's gone sick. They've put Turin 6-8-44, trailing Cranbourne 16-17, 113. I can't back a goal kicker to save me life. Every time I back it, they miss. What?
Oh my gosh.
Stop talking, Bryce. It's coming through the mic.
Well, that's a bad miss, isn't it? It's just a bad skill error, really, more than anything else.
So thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne. Vella kicks in, he goes long. The option there is Morris. He spent a lot of time on the bench today, Morris. The punch away goes only as far as Herman's. Trying to get through there, Van der Plum couldn't do so. Oh, Ryan Jones, he's got pace to burn. Breaks 2 tackles and goes with a penetrating kick. It's Behugo all by himself. The bouncing football. He can run away from Lenders. Behugo goes into the pocket for Holt. There he is. The big man takes a nice mark once again in front of Wallace. And don't bother leading if you're a forward. Just go back and watch this ball go over your head. Holt's kicked the last 2 goals of the game. He can make it 3. In he comes now. Oh, he's tried to kick it too hard. The ball's gone across the face just and through for 1 behind. So they go to 16-18, 114, the Eagles leading Turin 6-8-44. 70 points the margin. We're at the 7-minute mark of this final term thanks to Trio Sport Club in Cranbourne. Short chip in from Lang finds Keenan. It's not Keenan, it's actually Newling. He goes into the pocket where Wallace takes the mark. Players go towards the outer side. There's not a lot of run happening from both teams. Cranbourne's just manning space at the moment, so Wallace has to go long.
And kicks to them.
No one was there, and Thal takes, it wasn't Thal, it was Merisic takes the mark, goes short to Thal. Thal off 1 step, goes short to Fletcher. Oh, juggling attempt, mark's been paid. Is that 50?
He's going to give it.
No.
Oof.
That time he was let off. That was Hobbs getting into the back of Fletcher. Kicking forward now from Fletch. No one can take the mark at ground level. The numbers there with the Eagles. Jones gets tackled and loses control of the football. Tap out there towards Josh Mulling. His hand passed out to the Shermanator. Was intercepted and was ricocheted over the boundary line.
Just pressure all the time, isn't it? And Goosey will be happy with this, that they're not relenting like they did last week.
No. And for Lockie Gillespie, will be wanting the team to get some hit the scoreboard a couple of more times to add some respectability. Tapping the ball down nicely was Thal. Sabatucci, though, gets the hand pass out towards Hillis. He couldn't collect that ball. And it's bounced up over the boundary line on the half-forward flank outer side for Cranbourne.
I think he'd be just wanting them to talk to each other and support each other out in the ground. They just don't look like they're doing it. They're just letting them one out against, as I said before, 2 and 3 Cranbourne guys. Just go for the ball, and if you get it, great.
Next week, Turin will go to Kalora Park in Narre-Warren, while Cranbourne will host Officer under lights on Saturday night as Merisic just breaks the pack. He started to celebrate, but that ball just feigned right and through for 1 behind. So 16-19, 115 go the Eagles.
How many goals we had this quarter?
1. We've had 1 goal, 5 from both teams.
Just tired legs.
Just wasted opportunities for Cranbourne as well.
Oh yes, they've peppered the scoreboard, haven't they?
Now, while the ball's coming into play, look at the Turin players, they're tired.
Just down on their haunches. And you've got the Cranbourne defensive already set up in their manning space, as you said. You've got Kessel out here, probably in the back pocket, waiting for the chip.
Well, he's 30 metres away and no one's even bothered to man him up.
They just, again, they'll wait for that. This kick out's the one that they Cranbourne repel.
Wallace runs as for a lead, which is ignored. So he has to go long. Kessel looking for Proctor against Holt. Proctor does well, but Holt still showing some fight. Gets the hand pass away. It was nearly a throw. Glenn Osborne runs past. Gets a hand pass to Bertram to Thal. Back to Glenn Osborne. Oh, nice hand pass to Morrish. He's in full run. Morrish goes long inside forward 50. Up they go. Flying high. Roscoe couldn't complete the mark. Loose footy now. Turidan defenders there in numbers. Going through was Lang. Gets a hand pass to Vanderplum. Now Proctor in traffic does well. Gets the hand pass back there towards Muelling, who's kicked forward. Merizic couldn't take the mark. Wilson goes in there for the Seagulls. Strong tackle there by Vanderplum on Bowen. But the hand pass going there from Hunt has been cut off by Davey. Now Gearon from 45 metres out. Gearon's blazed away at goal and just missed.
Was Vanderplum's tackle a flying suplex or off the third rope of the turnbuckle?
Yeah, it was something you'd see in Monday Night Raw, that is for sure. I don't think Boa was really expecting it.
As Lang kicks it to himself and runs out to the far pocket. Couldn't clear defensive 50 because it's coming straight back.
The dock's gone again.
The dock's fallen over. Mark Holt's taken an uncontested mark 10 metres out directly in front.
I think he saw a shadow and tripped on it.
And Cranbourne are trying to run out this game pretty strongly, and Turidan looked like they were done and dusted at three-quarter time.
You're really getting stuck into Turidan, Trent.
Well, you've got to be able to run out.
Are you questioning their endeavour?
No, you've got to be able to run out an entire game of football. As Mark Holt comes in for his 5th goal of the afternoon, and he doesn't let me down with that one. They move to 17-20, 122 to Turidan 6-8-44. We've gone 11 and a half minutes of play in the final quarter.
At three-quarter time, it was we and us, and now it's to Holty letting me down.
Letting me down, yeah. My friend Goose, my best mate Goose.
Well, connections run deep at Cranbourne. No, look, it's been...
I think there's an open window in the box here, and you might find your way getting down early without the steps.
5 goals to Mark Holt. He's kicked 21 goals for the season. He's leading the goal kicking by 7 or 8 goals so far in season 2016. Been a mainstay of this competition. Won't it be interesting in a couple of weeks when Holt meets Favola at AJ Robinson Reserve. Winning the tap down there was Lindsay, but reading it best was Page. Shoots the pass out here, broadcast side to Vanderplum. They've got the cattle.
Yep.
They just need to get some more time together, I think. And that was a beautiful mark by Wilson. Wasn't Page, yes it was.
Yes it was. Good use of the body.
He went quiet after rolling his ankle, but has come back in this final term. Wilson goes looking for Suarez. The ball gets punched away. Front and square was Milling. The kick around the body. Vela needs a touch and he gets a bad bounce. He actually keeps the ball in play, so that was well done. And he goes short now to Glenn Osborne, who can run away from Chin. He does well. The Cranbourne defence are under some pressure now. Thal receives the hand pass, not too sure what to do, so he gives it to Osborne. I don't think Thal really wanted that ball back, because now it's been intercepted there by Chin. Loose football inside forward, 50 for the Seagulls. Langley, his first disposal of the game is going to be a goal. Showing some football experience there was Chris Langley. He just got that loose hand pass and kicked Turidan's first goal for the final term. They go to 7-8-50. Trailing Cranbourne by 72 points, 17-20, 122. Langley kicks his first thanks to Trio Sport Club in Cranbourne.
And I haven't said Patrick Chin's name for a while, but that real goal goes down to him. His second and third effort applying pressure on the tackle, caused a loose turnover, and the ball spilled out and Langley ran onto it and kicked a nice goal.
We have a question from the bleachers on our text line. When Favola plays, which Cranbourne defender will get him?
Ooh. All of them?
Let's start with Morrish.
Goosey.
I wouldn't have a clue.
I was thinking Brandon Osborne. The umpire's taking a heavy hit there. As the clearance comes the way of the Seagulls, Brandon Osborne will be option number 2. Kick into the forward line. Trying to get the don't argue was Muelling. He's been tackled high. Page has applied a strong tackle there on Brandon Osborne, who didn't like it. Boys still prepared to have a go, but taking the free kick will be Livermore. Too far out to score, so he goes short of the pocket. And just creeping forward there is Sean Keenan. He's taken the mark. He's confident he'll be able to get this distance. He'll be kicking it from 45. I look down the end of the Keenan skybox. Oh, he's giving him the thumbs up. So if you can have a bet in play, jump on Sean Keenan to kick this. Will be eighth goal of the day for Turin. In he comes now from 40 metres out. Sean Keenan's kicked it well, but not straight. Glenn, you just cost me 50. And that ball's gone through for one behind. 7-9, 51. The Gulls trailing the Eagles 17-20, 122. Thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne. No better spot after the game to go down and enjoy a couple of fruffies and a Parmigiana. Our second half sponsor.
Oh, how far over the line was that?
Yeah, you should get 3 weeks for that. You'd be severely penalised under the
Trent Knight rule.
Yeah, Trent Knight rule of thumb. The ball in the centre square, hand pass out towards Hermans. He couldn't collect it. Nice hand pass by Livermore. Alan Milling's hand pass was cut off though by Brandon Osborne, who just danced his way through traffic nicely. Spots up Cavalot on centre wing. Getting the ball moving quickly now to Marazix, who's taken the mark. Wheels around, goes a centre half forward with Sparks in space. Sparks can finish it off from 55 metres out, decides to go into the pocket. Going back with the flight of the football there was Roscoe. Nearly crashed into Thal. That wasn't the most prettiest play I've seen going inside forward 50. Roscoe's come up a little bit sore. But the ball's going to be thrown in. Oh, I'm getting in trouble from Liz. Yep. I just can't wait for this day to be over. I don't call Cranbourne for 3 more weeks. The ball's going to be thrown in. Doing the ruck is Thal, but nicely read there by Lenders. His kick forward though, only as far as Ryan Jones, who's taken the mark. Now he'll probably fancy himself here, Jones. We might try and play on and get around O'Donnell. No, he goes to the spearing pass. Plenty of space inside forward 50 there for the Cranbourne side, and it's Gearon who's taken the mark, and he'll line up now from 40 metres out.
And that kick in by Jones was a perfect example of what I was talking about. The Cranbourne players led into the space, weren't going to get it, so they just got out of there again and just kept it open. And eventually one of the players, it was Gearon at that time, came through and received the ball.
Gearon has 1. He can make it 2. He shouldn't have any trouble with the distance. The accuracy might test him, but he's got it through. Beautiful finishing work there by Maxi Gearon. And that is his second goal, and Cranbourne's 18th. 18-20, 128. Leading the Seagulls 7-9, 51. Jared, Trent.
Yeah, so the game's just petering out now, really, isn't it? As the blue phone's back up and running. The ball comes in the middle again, waiting to go again. I think.
Have you replaced Trent?
Hey, I might have, I don't know. He's probably still working on his umpiring.
I'm trying to recover from all the backlash I've received today. I've made that many mistakes, it's unreal. But back in the middle
it's
now,
been pretty ordinary.
Yeah, I know. That's an overstatement. As we're going to see it thrown up in the middle of the ground again. Hunt not able to punch that one away.
Look at Murphy just sitting there.
The Doc's gone over again.
Backwards.
Doing some of his best work this afternoon on his back.
Gone backwards and fallen over.
That's what they say in H Division.
The Gulls are trying to press forward now, but the Eagles are going to rebound it now through. That is Osborne on the outer side.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
where's the Cranbourne defence?
And as they launch inside the forward pocket, Holt couldn't read the ball well, and it's going to race out of bounds 5 metres out from goal, Cranbourne's way.
Murasic should be disappointed with his delivery inside forward 50. Wonder if the Doc's fallen over and thought, oh no, the boys at the radio station were getting stuck into me.
It looks like he's laughing as he's running out to the pocket here.
He's looking for someone to have a chat to.
Yeah. Oh, I did that. Look at that.
So as the ball's thrown in now, the Gulls are trying to clear it.
Needs the cricket spikes on.
Tackle without it. Cavalot collects it and runs around and gets a quick handball away. They're building well here, the Eagles, unloading from 45 metres out there for the Eagles.
The strength there, isn't it?
Was Roscoe, and Roscoe's going to have the goal. The ball's bounced through for a goal, and Roscoe's going to have it from 45 metres out.
I reckon that's very interesting. Now, when there's a marking contest in the forward line...
What'd you say?
Roscoe kicked the goal from 45 metres out.
Okay, I thought it was Lindsay, but we'll go with Roscoe.
We'll go.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was Lindsay.
It was Lindsay, my mistake.
Where Holt's just grabbed hold of Wallace and pushing him out to hold him off with his hands. Now, we see a lot of marking contests where that happens and there's a free kick paid.
Not here this afternoon. Here. And it didn't really impede. I understand what you were saying. He did appear to have
he could
a good
have got
hold
back to
on
the ball.
Wallace.
He could have got back to the ball, but he wasn't allowed to.
Fair enough. I think the umpiring today's been of a pretty high standard. A quick kick out there. Fellas trying to break through. I did that too easily. Just said, get out of my way, Vanderplum. The 1-2 of Marisic does well. Vella, one of the goals of the year from 50 out. Lets himself down. But Holt's there to take the mark. He had both hands on it. He's dropped it. He's tapped the ball in front of himself here. The whole train. Look at him go. He'll try and get his boot to ball. He does. Under immense pressure. Loose football there for Sabatucci. And he takes it over the point line. Holt just had about 4 or 5 different efforts to try and get himself a goal there.
Trent might have told him there's a Burnside Bakery voucher on the line.
Well, Holt wouldn't mind if you...
Good mark by Dean there.
He's tired now. Holt as well. Dean takes the mark. Defensive side of centre wing. Goes up towards Suarez. A 2-on-1 contest. He got second hands of the ball there, Suarez, but the mark's been paid. Yep. There's some jeers coming from across the fence. Suarez's kick was cut off. Just gets his head taken off there by Wilson. The umpire says play on.
Nah, Doc scores them back. It's just a bit of comedy of errors at the moment, isn't it?
Trent has just got an absolute mouthful off the text line too. That's probably text of the century.
I have to read this now.
Thal goes short.
Not over.
Marisic takes the mark. He just pops it up as well for Morris. Has to stand and wait. Good pressure there from Dean. Brings the ball to ground, but Morris runs away. The kick left a lot to be decided. Bouncing football for Roscoe. Hand pass to Bauer. Bauer runs to 20 metres out. He's had a chip try to go and has missed. 1922.
Sheesh.
136. What's that? That's 41 scoring shots to 16. I think the Tooradin defence have done pretty well due to the amount of pressure they've been under today. The long kick in looking for Kessel. Langley goes in and spoils his own teammate. Loose football there for Hermans, who's been quiet. Hand pass to Boa. Blind turn beautiful to Valla. Valla will run the 40 metres out and spray it. He's usually so good by foot, Anthony Valla. He's been looking for that goal for a while. But that one didn't even register a score.
In the last 10 minutes, all the play's been in Cranbourne's forward line, hasn't it?
Well, there's no one here. Little Patrick Chin standing by himself inside forward 50. Paddy Chin.
They get it down to him. He's a Monty.
He's waiting for the, what do they call that? Cherry picking, don't they? The way he's just sitting down there. But
the Fred Cook out the back.
There's 30 players in front of our broadcast position here waiting for the drop of the footy.
Kessel's calling for it as long as you can get it.
So he doesn't have to lead for it.
Yep.
The long kick there by Lang. Kessel could bet there. Dean will fly. Dean will fly high but couldn't claim the mark. Gets dropped down. Hillis, hand pass there towards Mewling. Goes all the way back towards his brother. His brother from a different mother. I don't know if they are related. Don't know what the milkman was doing that Sunday afternoon, but they've got the same surname. The ball's going to be thrown in. So you can still hear a good crowd down below. There'll be some people kicking on after this, enjoying the traditional Anzac Day clash for the third time. Fletcher to Marisic, breaks the tackle of Wilson too easily, goes to be Hugo, runs himself into trouble, gets the hand pass to Morris, sees a player on, it's Bertrand, the kick inside forward 50 now, so it's actually Bass who did that, but reading the play nicely is Proctor. He'd be in my first 22 if I was to choose a team from the Sefnal. He impresses me every time, Proctor. The kick coming in there from Lang was cut off nicely from Hermans to Bauer. Bauer from 40 metres out. I called him Bauer, He kicked the goal, it doesn't matter. They go to 20 goals, 22, 142. Leading Tooradin 7-9-51. We have gone 23 and a half minutes thanks to the good people at Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne.
Yeah, well, that was too easy again. It was Herman looked like he had his name all over, but realised at the end he couldn't mark it, so just punched it down, waiting, and there's Bauer down for the crumbs.
So waiting on the ball to come back to the middle now. This game's... Well, I think I said it a bit earlier and got ridiculed for it, but it was all done and done at three-quarter time. We've gone 23 and a half minutes of play. Cranbourne at 20, 22, 142.
That's you this time.
Leading 207-9-51 in the middle now. Thal gets the tap down now. Couldn't do his own roving for it. Hillis comes up with the ball and gets a strong tackle. Davies been impressive today. Grabs the ball and steals it. Gearin, a quick handball out to Bauer. Over the top now to Fletcher, who has a shot from 45 out, and it's sailed over to the goal umpire's hat. And Fletcher gets his first for the afternoon. Cranbourne now move to 21-22, 148, leading Tooradin 7-9-51. We've gone 24 minutes of play.
You said it just on half-time. The two of them were waiting for the half-time sign. They're waiting for the final sign now. That was just too easy from Cranbourne.
Yes. Where to from here for Tooradin?
Oh, what did I say? Back to the drawing board?
Yep.
That's
got
all he
Mary
can
next
do.
week, which won't be an easy task.
No, not after Mary's big win on Saturday.
It's going to be tight, that those ladder positions from 5th all the way down to 9th. Thal taps it down. Ryan Davey gets a quick hand pass to Fletcher. Getting some junk time football here, Fletcher. Boa has the ball outside forward 50, back towards Fletcher. Fletcher and Page going at it once again. Bit of a push and a shove. It's ignored at the back. Trying to go through there was Hallis. It leaves the ball behind. That was better played by Vanderplum. Is that a push in the back from Fletcher? It's ignored. Strong tackle that time. Is that by Langley or Suarez? I think it was Suarez. Vanderplum seems to be a bit sore in that tackling contest. Same as Ryan Davey. So the ball gets thrown up. Nice tap to the back there by Thal. Well, quick thinking by Davey. His kick forward, though, out of midair was cut off by Langley, who finds Suarez. Players stream pass. It's ignored. Chin goes to the pocket. Where's Dean? The ball's going his way. He will have 2 to beat. Dean flies through his hands. Couldn't complete the mark. His second effort was good, and he's just thrown the ball out in the tackle. But no, he's received a free kick for too high. And Andrew Dean, who's done the best of limited opportunities this afternoon, will line up for goal number 4. And Turidan's 8, so he could kick half their score. The distance won't test him. He's got that confident kicking style that you see from successful forwards. In he comes now, Dean. Look at that. That's just a beautiful kick off the boot. Give him the ball 10 times and he'll kick you 10 goals. Dean has 4. They go to 8-9-57. That gave the home supporters some life, and they're trailing their opposition now by 91 points.
Best thing they can do now is see if they can get another one. They get 2 in a row and then go there, try and get 3 in a row and just stop this run of Cranbourne have got at the moment.
So waiting on the ball up now in the middle of the ground. We've gone 26 and a half minutes of play in this final term. I don't think in the 3 years I've been with the broadcast team we've ever seen the text line go off so many times as it's tapped down now. Bryce having the time of his life behind the desk. Cranbourne pressing forward again. Thal comes up to meet it. Gets given a don't argue. They're pressing it out of defence now of the goals. Dean gets a clearing kick out of defensive 50 at the other end of the ground. Cavalot with a great marker from behind his head. Kicks it inside forward 50. And coming up to meet it to take a great mark was Bahugo. He's going to turn around and centre it up for Thal, who takes a great overhead mark. And he's going to line up from 40 metres out on the slide angle. It's great work by Cranbourne there to be able to get that clearance, hold on to the football and then be able to hit Thal up in the forward 50, Jared.
Yeah, when they get the run of the play, they're really allowed to do what they want. And I've just seen some... What was that, Bryce? Someone wants their hedge trimmed?
So as Thal lines up for his shot on goal, as KP just registers that comment for a moment, Thal comes in from 40 metres out as his shot on goal for his first of the afternoon. Looks good off the boot, and it is good. Troy Thal gets his first of the afternoon. Cranbourne get their 22nd for the game. They go to 22-22, 154. Leading Turidan 8-9-57. We've gone 28 minutes of play here in this final quarter. Thanks to Trio Sports Club in Cranbourne, your local club for all your social entertainment needs.
Do you get down there often, do you, Trent?
No, not so much anymore. I did it for our Casey Radio end of season break-up last year, which was a great event by the station and by Trios. As the ball's back in the middle of the ground now and wrapped up in a strong tackle there is Livermore, and we're going to see a second bounce.
What a beautiful afternoon. You couldn't ask for a better way to spend your Anzac Day than being down here. Beautiful sunset.
Thal with the tap down now, but collecting the ball is Dean. He's had 4.
That was wasteful.
Yep.
He's had 4 goals to his name today, but he's played a lot down back as well.
He's injured.
He might collect a free kick for a sling tackle after he got rid of the ball, but taking the kick was Lenders. Kicks out wide. The Gulls are going to try and press for one more goal. Kessel comes up to meet it. Couldn't complete the mark. Maybe pushed underneath it. The umpire said no. Coming out with it was Brandon Osborne, who works his way back through Jones, who runs handballs, kicks out wide now. They're building up on the centre wing, flying high, but he couldn't quite bring down the mark there. Was Vanderplum, who's just landed on top of...
His knee hit the head.
I think that was Herman's that's gone down. No, it was Bauer.
That's Brandon Osborne, I think. Or Morris.
And the ball's going to come back his way, so he's got to recover pretty quickly as
Sparks it was.
launch through the middle of the ground. And Murphy couldn't quite work his way to the front of the pack there, and the Seagulls are going to launch from half-back again. Kicks up towards Suarez, who takes a mark, turns and goes. Looks inside forward 50, trying to hit up his teammate there in Langley, who couldn't quite get to the contest. And the ball's going to be punched out of bounds.
He tried to mark that on his chest there, Langley, when he needed to have his hands out and take it in front of his face. Make it hard for the defender to try and get a fist in there.
So we've gone 29 minutes of play in this final quarter. Cranbourne 22-22, 154, leading to it an 8-9 57 here on a beautiful Anzac Day afternoon down at Western Port Oval as it's thrown in, and a too-high free kick is going Cranbourne's way to our own man Anthony Vella. Through the middle of the ground now.
He's claimed him as well.
KC Radio's very own Anthony Vella. I didn't claim it. We did as a broadcast team. Kicks forward. Collingwood are thumping Essendon at half-time. Have just been shown. Coming up with the ball there was Roscoe. He turns around, gets it off to Holt. He couldn't get his boot to ball. Collecting the footy there in the forward is Murphy. Not penalised for holding the footy. And the Doc's going to get ridiculed after the game by Jared for that one.
We can see it from here.
But we're going to see a ball up 10 metres out from Cranbourne's goal.
He hasn't done anything controversial today, Doc, apart from fall over about 4 times.
So at half-time at the MCG, Collingwood lead 14-6-90, leading Essendon 2-2-14.
How did Melbourne lose to Essendon? Morris has the ball on the half forward line, gets the hand pass to Davey. Blinds turned himself into some trouble. Dean seems to recovered from his earlier injury. But Hugo's been quiet. Gets the hand pass there to Cavlott. Under some pressure, got the short kick in towards Jones. The mark hasn't been paid, it's hit the ground. And we're going to see the ball thrown up. Inside forward 50. There's plenty of birds coming into circle at the moment. Cranbourne, another chance to get the score here, but Hugo waxes the ball with Davey. The kick around the body, it's a mongrel, fall short of
Falcon,
just bounced and hit Holt in the face. Still some run here from the Seagulls. It's Proctor, takes the game on, kicks the ball forward. Langley has to go, bouncing football there. Nice work by Mewling, reads the play nicely, kicks the ball to the advantage of Kessel, gets a push in the back. And the free kick will go the way of Kessel. His only option, 9.50.
Not sure what
Doc's pulled him up on that one.
See how far the Doc takes his 50.
I don't think the Doc can count to 50, so you might need to count the 20.
That's a short 50.
You might need to count the 25 twice. Kessel.
He's got his shoes and socks on, he won't know how to.
Yeah, and there goes the siren. So a chance to reduce the margin here back to 91 points. Kessel from 40 metres out. Look at that for a beautiful kick. Maybe he should be the forward down here more often. Jason Kessel kicks their 9th goal. They go to 9-9-63 against the Cranbourne side, who have run out victorious, 22-22, 154. Out you go, Trenner boy. Get yourself some of your best action out there. You don't have to if you don't want to, Trent. It's okay, but
go and talk to the Doc.
We've only got 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, go and talk to the Doc.
Go down to ground level. Have a chat with your mate Goose. So, at 5 minutes to 5 o'clock, the game has finished up here. What has been a sensational afternoon of local football. Thank you to everybody who's been a part of this special day. Liz and Charlene from the league. Hopefully they've enjoyed it. Got the Coke poured all over me. The final score, 22-22, 154 to 9-9-63. There will be an award here. So
medal? Who's got the medal?
Who do you give the medal to?
Well, we don't give it, so I'd probably give it to, I don't know.
Can we stay for this? What time can we stay for the presentation here, Bryce? We can. So we won't need to cross off just yet.
The blue phone's still in action.
I'll see that bloke next Tuesday. Thank you for your support. And Goosey's just having a chat to the Doc, saying you're not bad for a commentator.
Yeah.
There is an award,
spikes next time.
a presentation that will be given out here for the best player on the ground, but also the trophy between both these sides.
I'd probably give the actual best on to Murphy from Cranbourne.
For the goal?
Oh, I'd give him the goal, but I thought he's played really well all day. You know, good team effort, but I thought he's been a standout for Cranbourne.
So, unlike Trent, he's keeping himself out of mischief. Go and have a quick chat to the Doc. Congratulate him, what's been a wonderful effort. But we'll stay here.
You, Doc, and
at Western Port. You know who's going to win player of the game, don't you?
Holt.
He kicked 5.
I think that's, he's done well, but I think that's an injustice to Wallace. I think Wallace did a really good job on him today.
Oh, look, they've had 44 scoring shots to 18. There was a few kicked on the full and a few didn't quite make the distance. I mean, unfortunately for the Seagulls, the ball has probably spent 65% of the game time inside forward 50 for Cranbourne.
I understand that.
I mean, Jones should have kicked more from his opportunities. The midfielders became forwards, but Hugo was quiet. Didn't see a lot of Fletcher. I thought Ryan Davey was good.
Vella too. I thought Vella was good. His attack off the half-back line.
Fowle did okay.
Yeah. And you really, it's the handful of...
Let's cross down to Trent Knight. What are you doing down there, Trent?
Just being told to move into position for the presentation, but it doesn't look like as Simon brings his boys over now for the presentation of the Cup for the Anzac Day game and the Best on Ground award. So we'll
did the doc give you anything?
No, the doc was in deep conversation with Simon until he brought his boys over. So we'll grab the presentation and have a quick chat to the doc.
Thanks for your efforts today, Trent, under some very hard conditions. The crowd seemed to really enjoy your involvement at KC Radio. They were calling you the dish pig all afternoon. I'm talking to myself. Trent's not saying anything. Trent's just asking that bloke down there, where's the closest dim sim shop?
Am I a dish pig?
Yeah. What's a dish pig?
Please translate.
Oh, we've had Ryan Davey for the medal off the text. Someone's asked when Blake Pearce is coming back. Well, I did see him walking around with a limp. And someone else has texted in asking, is Trent single? Well, is that a rhetorical question? Of course he bloody is. I mean, his mum doesn't even go
up there. Yeah, right, I don't need to worry about that.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for a great day.
Trent's...
Thanks for coming down and supporting the Turton Cranbourne footy clubs. Obviously, we've seen an awesome game of footy from Cranbourne. Unfortunately, we weren't up to it today, but we look forward to the rematch in the next round. Our two presidents today have voted on their best on ground, and that's going to go to number 1 from Cranbourne, Ryan Davey.
Yeah, good texting.
Someone texting through, he thought Ryan Davey deserved it, so did it well.
Maybe
and if the captain of Cranbourne could come up to receive the cup, please.
There's Mark Holt.
All right, everyone's welcome into the club room for a drink and whatsoever afterwards, so have fun and thanks for your support on the day.
Derek Janoni just inviting everybody listening in to KC Radio into the pub, and I've just... I've been getting abused by...
now you're getting abused.
I might just read out this person's mobile number. I've been told to shut the hell up.